I'm Rosie, and we've got something super special for you and your family today.
I'm Raiden. We'll guide you through words that help everyone feel calm, confident, and connected.
By the end, your family will feel stronger, happier, and proud of the amazing bond you share.
You can just listen or join in quietly. These words are here to bring warmth, care, and support to everyone.
Let's start with a big, slow breath in and out. In this family, we are keepers of the flame for one another's spirits, lifting each other not just in grand moments, but in the daily sharing of courage, hope, and that quiet determination that whispers, "We will get through this together." We believe in tending to dreams, both the bold and the whispered, nurturing them with unwavering faith, steadfast encouragement, and a care that says, "Your aspirations matter to me." When storms gather, we don't merely stand side by side. We become shelter for one another, allowing love's steady anchor to hold us fast against doubt's buffeting winds. Our victories gain their truest meaning when cherished together, each achievement illuminated by the shared effort and loving attention that made it possible. In moments of sorrow, we offer comfort not as a solution, but as a sanctuary, holding hearts with gentle grace, creating space to breathe, and trusting in care's gentle healing power. We honor the beautiful mosaic of our family, recognizing how each person's unique gifts strengthen and complete our collective whole. Through shared insight and hard-won wisdom, we weave an invisible web of understanding that carries us through life's uncertainties. We cultivate sacred space for becoming, where each person is free to explore, learn, and evolve at their own perfect pace. Curiosity and imagination flow through our home like a river of possibility, their creative currents nourishing every heart they touch. Together, we build resilience, discovering that our greatest strength lies in the loving presence we extend to one another. We celebrate the courage it takes to rise after falling, seeing every stumble as a lesson etched in experience, a spark lighting the path toward wisdom. In each other's eyes, we see reflected the best versions of ourselves, the endless possibilities waiting to be unlocked. Patience flows freely here, weaving threads of understanding that deepen trust and fortify our connections against life's wear. We share more than a roof. We share hope, vision, and intention, allowing our collective heart to guide our way forward. Change and challenge become our teachers, inviting us to love more deeply, see more clearly, and strengthen the bonds between us. We listen with open hearts, allowing stories and emotions to weave the rich tapestry of mutual understanding that blankets our home. Honesty and trust form our foundation, the bedrock of integrity upon which every interaction safely rests. Laughter's music, joy's radiance, and play's freedom nourish our hearts and spirits, reminding us of life's beautiful lightness. Love becomes action here, expressed through thoughtful deeds, conscious presence, and care that needs no translation. We honor the invisible threads of empathy, kindness, and respect that connect us, allowing them to flow naturally between hearts. We give without expectation, discovering how true generosity mysteriously strengthens both giver and receiver alike. Mindfulness shapes our interactions, each moment of presence weaving another thread in the tapestry of our harmony. We welcome different perspectives as gifts, understanding how diversity deepens and enriches our connections. Speaking truth with kindness becomes our practice, building trust through courageous openness and mutual respect. Vulnerability becomes our meeting place, where honest hearts expand to make room for one another's entire being. Shared dreams spark chain reactions of hope, possibility, and purposeful action that ripple through our family. Reassurance flows naturally between us, a warm current of attention and care that needs no invitation. We feel unity's strength in our togetherness, the powerful connection that makes every step lighter when shared. Understanding, empathy, and patience become the fertile soil where every heart can grow and flourish. We celebrate each person's uniqueness, the special gifts, talents, and passions that only they can bring to our family. Mistakes become our teachers, their lessons transformed into wisdom that benefits us all. Encouragement echoes through our shared moments, building confidence, hope, and joy that become our family's soundtrack. Each day offers a fresh canvas to lift, inspire, and strengthen one another in ways both great and small. We witness how simple kindness, patient presence, and attentive care gradually shape the most beautiful hearts. Our family itself becomes a source of inspiration, fueling courage, creativity, and resilience in one another. We honor the daily devotion that forms the steady, sustaining heartbeat of our home. Joy ripples through our spaces, thoughts, and interactions, lifting our collective spirit. We encourage reflection and insight, creating fertile ground for growth to take root and flourish. True connection delights us, a space where trust and love flow freely across all boundaries. Generous acts, patient moments, and caring gestures become the golden threads weaving our family together. Collaboration's beauty shines in our shared efforts and mutual support, the beautiful mess of creating together. Harmony guides our words, choices, and presence, a north star for our interactions. Togetherness becomes our fortress, unshakable and resilient against life's challenges. Empathy flows naturally here, hearts opening, receiving, and responding with love's gentle wisdom. We honor the courage it takes to embrace fear while stepping forward with trust and hope. Each journey is embraced with respect, compassion, and love. We walk together while honoring individual paths. Wisdom shared with intention and care gently shapes our family's heart and mind. Collective growth flourishes in the rich soil of our shared love, patience, and mindfulness. Patience, understanding, and forgiveness form the mighty pillars supporting our bonds. Laughter's medicine, play's freedom, and delight's radiance cultivate joy and resilience that withstand all seasons. Encouragement's power is validated daily. A word offered freely can lift a heart and change a day. Hearts are cared for through attentive presence, allowing love to deepen and grow roots. Curiosity, creativity, and wonder are celebrated, keeping our collective spirit young and vibrant. Honesty, transparency, and trust guide our interactions and decisions, our three faithful guardians. Challenges become our wise teachers, transforming difficulty into strength and wisdom. Hope lights our path, inspiring courage for each moment we face together. Love is sustained through action, thought, and attention, flourishing in daily life's rich soil. Small victories are honored, each effort, intention, and brave step celebrated as part of our larger journey. Stories, reflections, and insights are treasured, the precious exchange that enriches our shared experience. Stillness is embraced, its quiet space allowing reflection to deepen our connections. Joy, lightness, and warmth are generated daily, filling our home with vibrant life. Connection's beautiful mathematics amaze us. Love multiplied when shared, never divided. Resilience, patience, and courage are strengthened collectively, each heart growing at its own pace. Daily lessons shape our compassion, insight, and understanding, making us wiser together. Shared purpose aligns our hearts, moving together in love's common direction. Kindness, generosity, and care define our family's character, the legacy we wish to leave. Shared experiences build unbreakable bonds, trust and understanding blossoming through time. Reflection, mindfulness, and insight are supported, expanding our heart's capacity for wisdom. Love, hope, and encouragement flow freely, moving through every word, action, and thought. Courage, creativity, and resilience are honored in both struggle and triumph. Uniqueness is embraced, our differences inspiring growth and deeper connection. Generosity, compassion, and care are given freely, creating an ecosystem abundant in love. Simple acts of love inspire us, their transformative power leaving enduring imprints. Presence is practiced, making each interaction feel sacred through full attention. Laughter, play, and joy fill our home with light, healing and uplifting every heart. Empathy's quiet strength, insight's clarity, and patience's wisdom allow love to flourish fully. And we are endlessly grateful for the invisible golden threads of trust, understanding, and shared wisdom that forever hold us together.
In this family, we are keepers of the flame for one another's spirits, lifting each other not with grand gestures, but with the unwavering daily sharing of courage, hope, and that quiet determination that says, "I am here, and we will get through this together." We believe in tending to dreams, the loud, ambitious ones and the quiet, secret yearnings, watering them with our shared faith, our steadfast encouragement, and a care that says, "Your dream matters to me too." When life's storms inevitably blow, we don't just stand beside each other. We lean into one another, allowing the sheer force of our love to be the anchor that holds us all steady against the winds of doubt. Our victories, big and small, are sweeter because we cherish them together, acknowledging that every achievement is made brighter and stronger by the shared effort and loving attention that paved its way. In moments of sorrow, we don't try to fix the unfixable. We simply offer comfort, holding one another's hearts with a gentle grace that gives space to breathe and trusts in the healing power of simply being cared for. We hold in high esteem the unique gifts each person brings, understanding deeply that it is our beautiful differences, the uniqueness of every heart, that weaves the strongest whole. An invisible web holds this family together, woven from the threads of shared insight, quiet reflection, and hard-won wisdom, and it is this web that carries us safely through times of uncertainty. We are curators of safe space, holding it open for growth, for transformation, for the beautiful, messy process of exploring, learning, and evolving into who we are meant to become. We nourish curiosity and imagination like precious seeds, letting the creativity that springs forth ripple through our family like a river of endless possibility. Together, we are gardeners of resilience, cultivating the unshakable knowing that our greatest strength lies not in never falling, but in our love, our presence, and our unity when we help each other rise. We applaud the raw courage it takes to get back up after failure, seeing every stumble not as a defeat, but as a lesson etched in experience, a spark of new understanding, a path toward deeper wisdom. We see the inspiration in each other's eyes, that reflected light of possibility that reminds us what we are capable of, together. Patience is a gift we offer freely here, knowing that this generous understanding is the very soil where trust takes root and bonds deepen beyond measure. We share more than a home. We share a hope, a vision, and an intention, allowing our collective heart to be the compass that guides each step we take together. We've learned to welcome change and challenge not as enemies, but as unexpected invitations to love more deeply, to see more clearly, and to strengthen the connections between us. We listen with open hearts, allowing our stories, our reflections, and even our messy emotions to become the threads that weave the sturdy fabric of our mutual understanding. Honesty and trust are the bedrock we build upon, cherishing them as the foundation of an integrity that makes every single interaction safe and true. We revel in the pure medicine of laughter, joy, and play, knowing that these moments of shared delight nourish our hearts and spirits in ways nothing else can. Love is our active verb. We cultivate it through thoughtful action, through conscious thought, and through simple presence, letting this constant care become the first language of our family. We acknowledge the unseen, delicate threads that connect us: empathy, kindness, respect, and we let them flow naturally, like a quiet river between our hearts. We lift each other without a single expectation of return, giving freely from the overflow, because we know this kind of generosity mysteriously strengthens the one who gives and the one who receives. We foster a culture of presence, of mindfulness, of intentionality, trusting that every single interaction, no matter how small, shapes the harmony and trust between us. We value the rich tapestry of diverse thought, experience, and perspective, understanding that it is our differences that add depth, color, and strength to our connection. We respect the bravery of speaking truth with kindness, for it is this courageous combination that builds a trust strong enough to withstand anything. We embrace vulnerability without fear, knowing it is the sacred space where honesty meets love and our hearts expand to make room for one another's entire being. We share our dreams and visions freely here, letting every whispered aspiration spark a chain reaction of hope, possibility, and purposeful action. Reassurance and comfort are offered not as a duty, but as a natural flow of warmth, attention, and care between hearts that are truly attuned to one another. We affirm the profound strength of our unity, feeling the very real power of this connection in every step we take together, through good times and hard times. We are committed to developing our understanding, our empathy, and our patience, creating the conditions where every heart can not only grow, but truly flourish. We esteem the uniqueness of each person, actively seeing and celebrating the unique gifts, talents, and passions that they, and only they, can bring to our family. The lessons learned from mistakes are held sacred in our home, transformed into wisdom that becomes the inheritance of growth for the entire family. We bolster each other's confidence, hope, and joy, letting our encouragement echo through every shared moment until it becomes the soundtrack of our lives. We embrace each new day as a blank canvas, an opportunity to lift each other up, to inspire one another, and to strengthen the bonds that hold us fast. We notice, truly notice, the transformative power of a kind word, a patient pause, a moment of full attention, and how these small acts actively shape our hearts. We commend the countless ways our family itself becomes a source of inspiration, fueling individual and collective courage, creativity, and resilience. We revere the daily, often quiet acts of care, love, and devotion that form the steady, sustaining heartbeat of our home. We share joy freely, letting its radiant energy ripple through every room, every thought, every interaction, until it lifts the entire atmosphere. We encourage a spirit of understanding, reflection, and insight, knowing that this is how we create the fertile ground where growth is inevitable. We delight in the profound beauty of true connection, a space where trust and love are allowed to flow freely across every heart without obstacle. We prize acts of generosity, patience, and care, understanding them to be the sacred golden threads that hold the very fabric of our family together. We acclaim the stunning beauty of a shared effort, of true collaboration, of mutual support, the beautiful mess of us working side by side. We promote harmony as our guiding star, letting it gently guide our words, our choices, and our very presence with one another. We exalt the formidable strength of togetherness, that resilient force that allows us to stand unbroken in the face of any challenge. We nourish empathy as a practice, allowing our hearts to remain open, to truly receive one another, and to respond always from a place of love. We salute the profound courage it takes to embrace fear and still step forward, armed with nothing but trust and a hope we nurture together. We embrace each person's unique journey, choosing to walk alongside one another with a deep respect, a tender compassion, and an unwavering love. We admire the gift of guidance when it is shared with pure intention, deep insight, and genuine care, actively shaping the heart and mind of our family. We tend to a spirit of collective growth, a shared understanding that allows love, patience, and mindfulness to flourish among us. We uphold patience, understanding, and forgiveness as the three mighty pillars that sustain and strengthen our bonds through time. We find joy in the unplanned laughter, the playful moments, the pure delight that cultivates a joy and resilience that can withstand anything. We validate the incredible power of a word of encouragement, offering it freely, and watch it lift a heart, change a perspective, and alter a day. We care for hearts not as a chore, but as a privilege, offering our attention, our care, and our presence, and in doing so, allowing love to deepen and grow roots. We rejoice in the curiosity, creativity, and wonder that each family member brings, for these are the qualities that keep our collective spirit young and alive. We treasure honesty, transparency, and trust above all else, letting these three guardians guide our interactions and our most important decisions. We embrace challenge as a wise, if stern, teacher, trusting in its ability to transform difficulty into wisdom and a strength we didn't know we had. We share hope as if passing a candle in the dark, letting its light illuminate the path ahead and inspire the courage needed for every single moment. We sustain love not just as a feeling, but through our actions, our thoughts, and our attentive presence, letting it flourish in the rich soil of daily life. We honor each small victory along the way, holding dear the effort, the intention, and the courage it represented, knowing that these are the steps that build a life. We marvel at the power of our stories, our reflections, and our shared insights, knowing that it is this exchange that truly enriches our shared experience. We embrace stillness together, allowing the space for reflection to work its quiet magic, deepening our connection to ourselves and to each other. We generate joy, lightness, and warmth. We are the creators of our home's vibrancy, and we choose to fill it with these qualities every single day. We marvel at the beautiful mathematics of connection, knowing that in this family, love doesn't divide when shared, it miraculously multiplies. We strengthen our collective resilience, patience, and courage, creating an environment where every heart is allowed to grow at its own perfect pace. We learn from the lessons of every day, allowing them to gently shape our compassion, deepen our insight, and broaden our understanding. We walk together in shared purpose, a beautiful alignment of hearts moving in the same direction, fueled by love and a common intention. We lift up kindness, generosity, and care as the defining characteristics of our family's character, the traits we wish to be known for. We are mindful of the incredible value of shared experience, allowing the trust and understanding built within them to blossom into unbreakable bonds. We support reflection, mindfulness, and insight, trusting that as we tend to our inner worlds, our hearts expand in their capacity for empathy and wisdom. We take heart in the constant flow of love, hope, and encouragement between us, letting it move freely through every word, every action, every thought. We pay tribute to the courage, creativity, and resilience displayed in every moment of our shared journey, the easy days and the hard-fought ones. We embrace uniqueness with open arms, allowing our differences to inspire us, to teach us, and to connect us on a level deeper than mere agreement. We give generosity, compassion, and care freely, creating a home that is less of a structure and more of a living, breathing ecosystem abundant in love and trust. We are inspired by the transformative power of the simplest acts of love, knowing that it is often the smallest gestures that leave the most enduring imprints. We practice presence, mindfulness, and attention as a form of devotion in every interaction, making the person in front of us feel like the only person in the world. We embrace the healing sound of laughter, the freedom of play, and the radiance of joy, letting them fill our hearts and our home with an irresistible light. We harbor the quiet, profound strength that comes from empathy, insight, and patience, allowing these virtues to create the conditions where love can flourish fully. And we are endlessly, profoundly grateful for the invisible golden threads of trust, understanding, and shared wisdom that hold us, and will always hold us, together.
We feel the warmth and protection of our home, knowing it holds our hearts with tenderness. We allow the stillness of this space to settle into every thought, calming our minds and spirits. We honor the sanctuary we create together, where trust, care, and respect are the foundation. There is a profound peace that doesn't require silence, but is born from being truly understood and from the gentle, thoughtful attention we offer one another in the messy, beautiful chaos of daily life. We consciously allow love to be the atmosphere we breathe, letting it fill every corner and crevice until our ordinary spaces, the cluttered kitchen, the worn sofa, are transformed into sacred sanctuaries of belonging. If you listen closely, you can feel it. The steady, reassuring heartbeat of our family, a rhythm that holds us, protects us, and sustains us through all of life's seasons. We honor the beautiful, delicate dance between freedom and togetherness, cherishing the individual person each is becoming while fiercely guarding the safe haven we've built for one another. In our home, vulnerability is not a weakness but a welcome guest. We create space for real feelings, knowing it is the raw, honest moments that forge the deepest connections and truest understanding. We cultivate patience like a rare and precious garden, embracing the unruly, beautiful pace of life and trusting in the unique unfolding of every heart's journey. We cherish the priceless gift of trust, the safety to speak our minds, share our silly ideas, and reveal our tender hearts without fear of judgment, because here we are always accepted. We've learned that the essence of home isn't built in a single day, but is woven over time from 1,000 small gestures. The warmed-up plate left for a latecomer, the remembered favorite snack, the unasked-for cup of tea. We value the quiet moments most of all, the comfortable silences on the porch swing, the shared glance across a crowded room, where love is felt not as a grand declaration, but as a deep, steady current. In this hectic world, we give each other permission to rest, to truly exhale, knowing the bonds of our family are a soft, strong net that will hold us through any challenge. We foster a spirit of calm and clarity, not as a rigid rule, but as a gentle guide for our words, our actions, and our intentions toward one another. We applaud the daily courage it takes to be authentically, unapologetically yourself, and we strive to be a home where every quirk, every passion, and every dream is met with support and celebration. We acknowledge that peace is not passive. It is actively maintained through the hard work of understanding, the grace of deep listening, and the powerful gift of our full presence. We esteem the simple, sacred gift of attention, the act of truly noticing the small change in someone's tone, the light in their eyes, because this is how connection deepens into knowing. We allow love to flow freely here, not as a limited resource, but as an endless river, creating a space where every heart can unfurl and flourish without restraint. In this space, we feel the profound safety that comes from being fully accepted, truly seen, and deeply appreciated for exactly who we are in this moment. We don't just seek harmony, we revel in it, allowing patience to temper our reactions, empathy to guide our responses, and understanding to be the bridge across any difference. We cultivate compassion as our quiet superpower, a gentle yet formidable force that protects the vulnerable, uplifts the weary, and holds the heart of this family. We hold sacred the steadiness that love provides, that unwavering, grounding presence that remains our true north even in the most uncertain of times. We appreciate our shared presence as a living sanctuary, a place where attentive care and quiet reflection are always welcome and abundantly found. We develop serenity until it becomes a language we speak, felt in a calming touch, a measured word, a shared experience that leaves us more centered and whole. We delight in the stunning beauty of true connection, trusting that this intricate web of relationships is what ultimately fosters our safety, our growth, and our deepest joy. We respect the courage required to create boundaries with love, understanding that saying "this is me" and "this is for my well-being" is an act of protection for every heart. We allow trust to be our guide, our compass in confusion, knowing that this fragile, powerful thread is what strengthens our bonds and supports true understanding. We embrace moments of reflection, those pauses in the day where insight and empathy can bloom, deepening the peace we feel both within and between us. We nourish calm, understanding that in the stillness, even for a moment, we find a reservoir of power and a clarity that the noise of the world can obscure. We commend the steadfast, invisible force of love, the silent engine of our family that sustains us, motivates us, and holds us together day after day. We revere the profound wisdom of listening, the sacred act of receiving another's words without the need to judge, fix, or immediately respond. We are building a home where hearts feel free to express big feelings, to explore new ideas, and to expand into who they are meant to be, all within a circle of safety. We treasure gentleness in our words, our actions, our very presence, knowing that this quality cultivates the richest soil for growth and healing. Here, we feel the quiet security that comes from being deeply cherished, profoundly understood, and truly valued for our contributions to the whole. We exalt the trust and loyalty that bind us, for they form an unshakable, unbreakable foundation upon which we can build anything. We prize patience, seeing it not as waiting but as the golden thread that meticulously weaves love and grace into every single moment we share. We allow understanding to flourish here, a conscious choice to replace fear with insight, and to swap harsh judgment with gentle, curious care. We actively bolster each person's sense of self, celebrating the unique individual they are, for we know it is our beautiful differences that make the whole family stronger. We salute the immense courage it takes to forgive, to release simmering tension, and to take the brave steps needed to restore connection and harmony. We hold dear the smallest acts of love, the packed lunch, the text to check in, the blanket offered, for these are the tiny bricks that build a lasting fortress of safety. We allow kindness and empathy to be the architects of our every interaction, consciously shaping a home that is, above all, a place of peace. We feel the steady, reassuring rhythm of our connection, a constant heartbeat that comforts us, that says, "You are not alone, we are in this together." We marvel at the gift of having space to grow, to explore curiosities, to share our weirdest thoughts, knowing our home is a permanent place of love. We uphold respect as the non-negotiable foundation of our harmony, the solid ground that supports all true understanding and cooperation. We promote mindfulness, striving to infuse it into every gesture, every word, every thought, knowing this is how we fully encourage each other's hearts. We embrace the sacredness of our shared ordinary life, honoring each mundane moment as a fresh opportunity to show we care. We find deep joy in quiet presence, the simple, powerful act of just being together, knowing this in itself is a profound source of security and comfort. We are endlessly grateful for the trust that is built slowly, brick by brick, through unwavering consistency, relentless love, and attentive presence. We encourage reflection and insight, carving out space for hearts to pause and deepen in their understanding of themselves and each other. We affirm the freedom to be your authentic self, today and every day, knowing this home is designed to support every step of your unique journey. We allow hope to be our anchor, a gentle, persistent reassurance that our love is not fragile, but enduring, and that it will sustain us through everything. We applaud the vulnerability and courage it takes to express a need, a desire, or a big emotion, for this is what forges true, unbreakable connection. We pay tribute to the resilience that is carefully cultivated through daily acts of care, endless patience, and devoted attention to one another. We feel the protection of love as an ever-present force, a tangible energy that holds us steady through storms and celebrates with us in the sun. We rejoice in harmony not as a fixed state, but as a living, breathing practice, cultivated minute by minute with our presence, understanding, and attention. We cherish trust as the most precious gift we can give and receive, the silent, sturdy foundation of every meaningful connection we will ever have. We allow space for learning, for growth, for reflection, knowing that a sense of ultimate safety is what fosters the deepest wisdom. We nourish empathy, listening not just to respond but with truly open hearts to all expressions of thought and feeling, however messy. We celebrate our shared understanding, recognizing the incredible power of feeling connected in fostering a genuine and lasting peace. We value patience, gentleness, and care not as abstract ideas, but as the guiding principles that shape the very character of our shared home. We consciously generate joy, gratitude, and love, weaving them into our every word, our smallest gesture, our every thought. We acknowledge the deep security that is created through the relentless consistency of our love, our care, and our attentiveness to each other. We embrace calm and clarity as practical tools, our internal compasses, to navigate life's inevitable challenges with grace and unity. We esteem the irreplaceable presence of each person, knowing that their simply being here actively strengthens our collective sense of belonging. We honor the incredible depth of our family bonds, humbly acknowledging their power to comfort us in sorrow, inspire us to be better, and guide us home. We strengthen our sense of grounding, the profound feeling of being anchored in something real and lasting, our love, our trust, and our shared purpose. We allow safety to evolve from a feeling into a living practice, something we embody in our thoughts, express in our words, and manifest through our actions. We extol love as the undeniable source of it all, the wellspring of our security, the glue of our connection, and the root of our resilience. We respect the quiet, often unseen work of caring, of attending to needs, of simply being present, recognizing these not as chores, but as sacred acts. We feel the profound peace that naturally arises when understanding, empathy, and a shared sense of purpose flow freely between us. We admire the home we are creating together every single day. Not a perfect house, but a living, breathing sanctuary where hearts can truly flourish. We support reflection, insight, and compassion, knowing these are not luxuries, but the essential foundations of a safety that lasts. We hold in the highest regard the holy trinity of patience, trust, and love, the three guiding principles that give shape and meaning to our shared life. We embrace the breathtaking beauty of presence, of attention, of connection, knowing that these are the active ingredients in creating a security that endures. We take delight in the unique rhythm of our life together, a rhythm that is sometimes steady, sometimes syncopated, but always nurturing and full of care. And we consciously allow love, in all its forms, to be the final guide for our words, our actions, and our intentions as we shape this safe and sacred home.
We walk into the future together, hearts open to possibility and the quiet magic of growth. We carry hope in our breath, letting it guide every thought, choice, and action. We don't walk into the future afraid of the fog. We walk into it together, hands clasped, hearts open to the quiet magic of what has yet to bloom. Hope isn't a distant light we chase. It's the very air we breathe, a quiet rhythm that guides our smallest thoughts and our grandest choices. We cherish our dreams not as fantasies but as inner sunrises, each one casting a new light on paths we have yet to walk, making the unknown feel like home. If you look closely, you can see it. the seed of potential in every heart, waiting only for a little care, a little water, a little faith to begin its brave reach for the sun. Change doesn't have to be a threat. We try to see it as an invitation, a chance to expand our minds, deepen our connections, and learn the steps to a new dance. It takes a special kind of bravery to imagine a world that doesn't yet exist, and we hold in high esteem the courage it takes to create it, one bold step at a time. There is a strange and beautiful grace in not knowing what comes next, for uncertainty is not an empty space but a fertile ground for insight and discovery. We are gardeners of optimism here, planting seeds of confidence and joy that ripple through our home, encouraging everyone to reach a little farther. Curiosity is the spark in the darkness, the what if, that fuels our exploration and makes even the ordinary day feel like an adventure waiting to happen. We trust the unfolding of life, even when the path is steep, because we've learned that every challenge is a hidden doorway to greater wisdom and resilience. We leave the windows of our hearts open, allowing inspiration to flow through, encouraging bold ideas and grand visions to take root and grow. Dreams are delicate things. We foster them not with force, but with patience, persistence, and the shared encouragement that says, "I believe in you too." Even in moments of doubt, when the way forward seems unclear, we try to look for the opportunity hidden within, the lesson waiting to be learned. There is a unique strength that is born when hope is shared, passed like a torch from one generation to the next, making its light impossible to extinguish. We value the power of a vision, for it is imagination and intention working together that quietly, steadily shapes the story of our shared journey. The unknown can feel vast and intimidating, but we embrace it with courage, knowing we are anchored by the unshakable love and connection between us. We cultivate a belief in possibility until it becomes the very lens through which we see the world, infusing even mundane actions with purpose and meaning. We commend the courage to pursue a dream, whether it feels as vast as the ocean or as small and precious as a single pearl, because every dream matters. Hope is a curious thing. It grows brightest not when hoarded, but when shared, its light magnified and reflected in the heart of another. We honor the resilience that is forged in the striving, the beautiful stubbornness that comes from learning, falling, and daring to imagine more. We step forward into the future not alone, but as a tapestry of mutual support, trusting in each other's guidance, insight, and unwavering encouragement. We nourish optimism like a steady flame, allowing its warmth to ripple through our thoughts, our words, and our simplest everyday deeds. Every small step forward, every moment of growth is a triumph, and we salute them all, for they are built with the materials of courage and love. There is a quiet, humming power in a shared aspiration. It strengthens the bonds between us and fuels a collective confidence that we can do great things. We hold sacred the slow, beautiful unfolding of potential within ourselves, within each other, and within the world we are helping to shape. Every morning offers a blank page, and we embrace the possibility that today might bring a delightful surprise, a moment of insight, or a pure, unexpected joy. We cultivate creativity, giving our imaginations permission to play, to guide our hearts toward a vision filled with purpose and meaning. In a world that often shouts faster, we value patience, understanding that all things that truly matter, growth, love, achievement, flourish in their own time. We find inspiration in the most ordinary moments, in watching each other strive, persevere through difficulty, and simply shine in our own unique ways. A dream expressed, whether in a thought, a word, or a bold action, is a sacred spark. We treasure them, for they are the blueprints of our future. We allow hope to rise within us, not as a fleeting feeling, but as a steady warmth that spreads courage and motivation to take the next step. Courage doesn't always roar. Often it is the quiet companion to vision, the resilient voice that whispers, "Keep going" on the path of discovery. There is a profound strength simply in believing, in trusting that every effort, no matter how small, contributes to the grand tapestry of our whole. We cultivate possibility like a gardener, tending to it in every interaction, every thought, every moment of quiet reflection. We respect the profound courage it takes to begin again, to humbly try a new path, and to embrace change not with fear, but with grace. The creative spirit moves through each of us, and we celebrate it, for it is this spirit that endlessly inspires growth and connection among us. Our family story isn't just told, it is built brick by brick by the beautiful interplay of our shared vision and our daily loving actions. We embrace curiosity as a guiding light, allowing its gentle beam to lead us toward deeper insight, greater understanding, and pure, simple joy. We cultivate determination, letting it be the steady current that supports every aspiration, from the smallest hope to the grandest dream. It is a marvel, really, the power of a focused intention, how this invisible force can quietly, steadily shape our reality and bend it toward light. You can hear it if you listen, the sound of hope in our shared laughter, in our easy conversations, in the dreams we exchange like precious gifts. We admire the brave hearts that dare to imagine, to explore uncharted territories within and without, all while trusting love as their foundation. We allow possibility to swing open doors we didn't even know were there, revealing rooms filled with joy, discovery, and beautiful transformation. There is a unique beauty in striving together, in the knowing that a shared effort doesn't just add our strength, it multiplies it. We try to notice the lesson hidden inside every challenge, understanding that obstacles are not roadblocks but opportunities in disguise. We prize patience, persistence, and courage as the essential, faithful companions who walk beside us on this long and beautiful journey of life. Optimism is, at its core, a choice, and we choose to let it color our every thought, to shape our words, and to inspire our actions. We cultivate a belief in a brighter future, and we sustain that belief with daily acts of care, attention, and shared hopeful intention. There is a pure delight in the simple act of imagining what could be, and we allow that joy to inspire tangible action in the here and now. We notice how hope acts as a light in the fog, illuminating paths that our eyes, clouded by doubt, once believed were unseen and unreachable. We uphold the courage it takes to dream out loud, to share a vulnerable vision with love, and to offer encouragement and presence in return. We allow creativity to flow through us freely, to play, to experiment, and to shape dazzling new possibilities with imagination and insight. There is a quiet, formidable strength that emerges from simply believing in the unseen, in the good that is yet to come, the love that holds us. Hope is contagious. We notice its ripple effect, how one hopeful heart can spread warmth through actions and across an entire family's life. We hold in high esteem every effort to grow, to learn, to move forward, appreciating each one as a sacred gift offered to the future. We embrace life not as a race to be won, but as a journey to be traveled, trusting in our collective resilience, love, and hard-won wisdom. We cultivate a sense of curiosity and wonder, letting these twin guides lead us toward exploration and ever deeper connection with each other. A shared vision is a powerful glue. We cherish it, for it strengthens our unity, fuels our collective courage, and clarifies our common purpose. Inspiration is everywhere. We notice it sparking in each heart, and we allow it to ignite our creativity, our courage, and our joy. We honor the slow and beautiful unfolding of potential, understanding that every small brave step contributes to a grander growth. We allow hope to be our anchor, a steady weight that holds us fast and guides our thoughts, choices, and hearts toward meaningful action. We acclaim courage wherever we find it, in the massive effort and the tiny intention, knowing both are equally vital and worthy of praise. We notice the incredible power of belief, how this invisible force actively shapes our actions, our relationships, and our very growth. There is a necessary balance between dreaming and doing, and we value both, allowing the dreamer and the doer within us to enrich the other. We cultivate resilience, trusting that challenges are not here to break us, but to refine our strength, deepen our insight, and build our character. We applaud curiosity, for it is not childlike folly, but a vital tool for genuine learning, for true understanding, and for heartfelt connection. Even in moments of reflection, struggle, or exploration, we try to spot the opportunities hidden within, the chances to learn and expand. We respect the quiet, unyielding determination that fuels persistence, the steady engine behind growth and our shared sense of purpose. We give imagination permission to take the lead, allowing it to guide our hearts toward a world filled with possibility, creativity, and joy. We celebrate the raw courage it takes to pursue shared dreams, for it is in this pursuit that trust is fortified, love is deepened, and connection is strengthened. We notice how the simple act of supporting one another causes hope to swell, magnifying its impact and making the load feel lighter for all. We revere the light that vision provides, how it cuts through confusion, illuminating the paths we can take, the choices we can make, the aspirations we can hold. We embrace the truly transformative power of possibility, and we commit to fostering this belief in every single heart that shares our home. We are cultivators of optimism, letting it inspire acts of courage, sparks of creativity, and a profound shared joy in our journey together. And in the end, we simply embrace the beautiful, messy, magnificent work of striving together, always walking with love, insight, and patience as our guides.
We are all students and teachers here, learning that every story shared, whether whispered or triumphant, holds a piece of a map we are drawing together. In the quiet after the day's noise, we find that reflection isn't a luxury, but a necessity, the soil where compassion and clarity take root. Life doesn't separate its lessons into good and bad. We are learning to find the wisdom hidden in both the sunshine and the rain. Curiosity is our family's compass. It's the brave little question in the dark that leads us to understanding and pulls us closer. We are practicing the art of patience, trusting that growth, like a seedling, cannot be rushed. It unfolds on its own sacred schedule. It takes courage to ask why and what if, to challenge the way things have always been, not with rebellion, but with a loving heart that seeks deeper truth. In our home, mistakes are not failures. They are simply experiences turned inside out, showing us the seams of a lesson we needed to learn. A single insight, when passed from one heart to another, doesn't divide. It multiplies, lighting up the entire room. We don't just tolerate different perspectives. We seek them out, knowing that a single point of view is a lonely place and understanding is a mosaic we build together. We are learning to pause before we react, to let that quiet space between impulse and action be filled with discernment and care. True strength isn't about knowing all the answers. It's found in the humility to admit we don't, making room for someone else to teach us. No one walks their path alone here. Your growth is my inspiration and my stumble is your lesson. We are a garden growing together. There is a unique courage in saying I was wrong or I don't know. It doesn't make us small. It makes our family strong, honest, and real. We try to see the world through a lens of wonder, knowing that the most ordinary moment can hold an extraordinary secret if we're curious enough. The deepest insights often come not from speaking but from listening, not just to words, but to the silence, the sigh, the unspoken need. Understanding is a quiet superpower. It can soften a hard heart, mend a misunderstanding, and make a friend out of a stranger. We cheer for each other's evolution, for the courage it takes to shed an old skin and try on a new way of being, even when it's uncomfortable. Challenges are not roadblocks. They are the grit in the oyster that eventually, with patience and pressure, creates a pearl of resilience. Empathy is our secret handshake. It's the ability to feel with another, to say, "Your heartache is my heartache, your joy is my joy." In the stillness of reflection, we find our center of gravity. It's how we return to balance, to patience, to who we truly are. We are discovering that the simplest act of attention, really seeing someone, really hearing them, is where profound understanding begins. Our shared history, the laughter, the tears, the inside jokes, is not just memory. It is the rich soil from which our collective wisdom grows. This journey of becoming never really ends, and that's the beautiful part. We are guided by the constant, steady star of our love for each other. We strive to keep our hearts open, not locked away. An open heart is a receiver for guidance, a catcher of wisdom, a home for inspiration. It's one thing to have an insight, it's another to live it. We honor the brave work of turning our aha moments into I will actions. Questions are welcome here. Curiosity is the spark that leads to discovery, the engine of creativity, the bridge to connection. In the mirror of reflection, we see ourselves and each other more clearly. It lights the path forward, one step at a time. We are learning to make choices that align with our deepest values, to let our inner moral compass, honed by reflection, guide our way. Patience is the kind friend who walks beside us on this long road, reminding us that transformation is a process, not an event. The most beautiful lessons are often the ones we learn from each other. In sharing our wisdom, we double our own. To listen deeply is to love out loud. It is an act of profound respect that says, what you feel matters. Who you are matters. Knowledge is not a trophy to be won, but a light to be carried. A light that illuminates our choices and warms our connections. We are getting better at spotting the patterns, at learning from the past so we can walk into the future with more grace and awareness. Our scars are not just reminders of old wounds. They are records of lessons learned, of battles survived, of strength we didn't know we had. We are all works in progress, and we honor the beautiful, messy, courageous act of adapting, of growing, of becoming more ourselves. There is a special kind of magic that happens when we reflect together, when our separate insights align into a single, brighter beam of understanding. We build our understanding of each other brick by brick, through conversation, through watching, through quiet thoughtfulness. Every small step forward, every moment of clarity, every bit of progress is worth noting. It's all part of the magnificent climb. True awareness is a form of love. It emerges when we pay attention, not just with our eyes, but with our whole hearts. We see now that our capacity to learn and our capacity to love are not separate. They feed each other, each making the other stronger. We tend the garden of our minds, weeding out old thoughts and planting new seeds of insight, which then bloom into intentional action. We keep the curious child inside us alive, for that child is the one who looks at the world and still sees magic and possibility. We use reflection not as a weapon for criticism, but as a tool for building clarity, compassion, and a life that feels aligned. Growth isn't a destination we arrive at. It's the very air we breathe, present in every interaction, every thought, every choice we make. Our family's wisdom is a living library, and we are all both authors and readers, constantly adding to and learning from its shelves. We choose growth, even when it's scary. We trust the path, we trust our hearts, and most of all, we trust each other. Insight, reflection, understanding. These are the golden threads that weave through our family, binding us together in meaning and purpose. There is no greater beauty than the moment when we learn together, when a new piece of knowledge becomes a bridge between our hearts.
Love isn't just a feeling we have, it's a thing we do. It's in the coffee made just how you like it, the listening ear, the presence we offer. We practice care by paying attention, noticing the sigh, the slumped shoulders, the spark of excitement, and responding with a heart full of grace. The bravest kindness is often the one no one sees, the swallowed sharp word, the patience offered in a frustrating moment, the silent forgiveness. We have seen how a single act of generosity can change the entire atmosphere of a day, turning the ordinary into a moment of grace. Empathy is our internal guide. It's the quiet voice that whispers, they might be hurting, or share in their joy, leading us to true connection. In a world full of distraction, the greatest gift we can give each other is our full, undivided attention, to say, in this moment, you are my focus. The foundation of our family isn't concrete and steel. It's made of a million tiny acts of love, the packed lunch, the mended toy, the warm hug. Forgiveness is less about erasing the past and more about choosing a future together. It's the courageous decision to mend what's broken. Never underestimate a small gesture. A smile, a text, a hand on a shoulder. These are the pebbles that start avalanches of hope. We build our connection through the quality of our listening, the depth of our presence, and the intention behind our engagement. The purest love is often found in the intention, the thought behind the gift, the care behind the action, the heart behind the words. Creativity isn't just for art, it's for love. It's finding a new way to help, a unique way to show you care, a fresh way to say, I see you. We try to walk through our days with our eyes open for chances to uplift each other, to be each other's cheerleaders and soft place to land. The right word of affirmation spoken at the right time can feel like oxygen to a struggling soul. We strive to be each other's breath of fresh air. Courage wears many faces. Sometimes it's loud and bold. Sometimes it's the quiet intention to try again tomorrow. We honor them all. Trust is built in the mundane moments, in the I'll be there at 5 and the I remembered you liked these. It's a tapestry woven from consistency. Gratitude is a light we can choose to switch on. When expressed, it doesn't just light up the receiver's face, it illuminates the entire room. Kindness, patience, generosity. These are not just ideals. They are muscles we exercise daily until they become the default setting of our family. There is a special alchemy in working together toward a common goal. Shared effort transforms a task into a testament of our love. Your presence is my present. Just being there, without a phone or agenda, says, you are more important than anything else right now. Love is a verb in our home. You can see it in the way we look at each other, in the support we offer, in the joy we share. We don't just hope for each other's resilience. We actively build it by encouraging each other to grow, to explore, to be brave. The most powerful strength is often the quietest, the steady day after day showing up, the reliable care that never wavers. A healthy relationship is a balance, a beautiful, sometimes messy dance of giving and receiving, of supporting and being supported. A word of encouragement can be the spark that ignites a dormant courage. We strive to be keepers of that flame. Generosity is a spirit that infuses our thoughts before it ever reaches our words or actions. We try to let it shape our very outlook. Wisdom is useless if it stays locked away. We practice applying our insights with kindness and patience, making our learning tangible. Speaking our truth with love is a delicate art. It requires honesty wrapped in respect, and a heart that seeks connection, not victory. We are all connected in a web of cause and effect. Our actions, fueled by our intentions, have a lasting impact on each other's worlds. Compassion is not a passive feeling. It is an active practice. It must flow into our thoughts, our words, and our deeds to be real. A chore done together, a problem solved as a team. These aren't just tasks completed, they are reflections of our shared dedication. We find joy in the reliability of our love, in the understanding that we are for each other, a constant in an inconstant world. Love looks for ways to act. It asks, "What do you need?" and then listens for the answer, responding with insight and care. Creativity in the service of love is a powerful force. It's how we build a home that nurtures growth and fosters deep connection. The courage to think a loving thought and then act upon it is what builds confidence and forges bonds that can withstand any storm. When we share the load, the weight doesn't just divide, it almost disappears. Shared responsibility is the cornerstone of our unity. To see someone's effort, to name it, to appreciate it, this is how we make each other feel valued, seen, and loved. Encouragement is the lifeblood of our relationships. It is the vital force that sustains us and keeps our connections strong and vibrant. Love is not a noun, it is a verb. It is alive in the choices we make every single moment, in every interaction, big and small. We have learned that action is contagious. One small act of love can inspire another, creating a chain reaction of joy and hope. Paying attention is an act of love. It is the decision to be fully present, fully intentional, and fully engaged with the one in front of us. It takes bravery to love openly and consistently, to be the first to apologize, to be vulnerable. We honor that bravery every day. There is magic in collaboration. It has the power to lift everyone involved, to transform a simple task into a moment of elevation. The impact of our patience and understanding is often invisible, but it is the very bedrock of our daily peace and happiness. We build trust by being people of our word. We honor our commitments, our promises, and the sacredness of our relationships. There is profound beauty in doing something on purpose, with love. It transforms the mundane into the meaningful. The guiding force of our family is not a set of rules, but a practice of shared love, mutual care, and conscious presence. Remember, the words you speak shape the day ahead. Subscribe now to the Vanishing Map channel. Join us every day and let's rock together as a family.